now, take your spot. Come on in, we've got a lot. Turkey Legster Zone. Turkey Legster Zone. Get ready for the zone. Get ready for the zone. Turkey Legster Zone. Turkey Legster Zone. We gather here as one. We gather here as one. Dean goes live. The room wakes up. Names roll through the stream. Inside jokes and honest laughs falling into dream. Messages fly, the night gets warm. Same time, same sweet sound. Every week we find our way and turn the world around. Hear that count, feel that pull. One more step and it gets full. Hands up now, take your spot. Come on in, we've got a lot. Turkey Legster Zone. Turkey Legster Zone. Get ready for the zone. Get ready for the zone. Turkey Legster Zone. Turkey Legster Zone. We gather here as one. We gather here as one. From the first hello to the final wave, we stay a while, we keep it safe. Room for you, room for me. In this little place, we're free to be. Turkey Legster Zone. Turkey Legster Zone. Get ready for the zone. Get ready for the zone. Turkey Legster Zone. Turkey Legster Zone. We gather here as one. We gather here as one. Well, hello everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the Turkey Legster Zone. That is a potential new intro piece. I generated a couple different versions of that, and I ended up with that one. So I think I like it. I might try to like remake it with some slightly different musical style, and maybe experiment over the next few weeks. So that is one option. What you just heard. So welcome in, guys. Welcome to the Turkey Legster Zone. I'm Dean the Turkey Legster, and welcome back. If you're watching this on the replay, I am live with this show every Saturday evening at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I would love to have you come in live if you plan on it. But if you're on the replay, make sure to leave me a comment. Let me know that you watched and say hello, and that'll be absolutely fantastic and fabuloso. If you're watching and you're not subscribed, consider subscribing. Also, memberships are available. They are optional. They are not expected, but they are greatly appreciated if you come on board the memberships as a member of the Gobble crew. Just a reminder though, all my subscribers are the Gobble Club. So you're already in quite a distinguished circle. and you don't need to contribute anything financial. I am just happy to bring this channel to you and have you here to just hang out and have fun. Let me say hello officially to some friends in chat. Spencer Walker, hello, welcome in. Happy weekend. Dave Stragan, hello. Howdy, howdy, howdy. Mouseketeers, hello. Robin, I Heart Disney, hello. Monks Disney Strolls, hello, welcome in. Who else? Do. Paul Engel is dancing or was dancing. Hi, Paul, welcome in. You are all having a fantabulous weekend. Of course, this is Memorial Day weekend. I'll talk about when I'll be live on Memorial Day, coming up at the end of the stream. If I don't see you on Monday at that time, I hope you take some time. Hope you all, even if you are here Monday morning, and I'll just mention it now. Monday morning, of course, Rooster Mode Activated is going to still be on, especially for Memorial Day. And so I'll have a stream with that, even though it is a holiday. And but if you're not around on Monday morning, I want to encourage you to take the time to remember and honor the heroes of America, the brave men and women who have fought for us, fought for the country, for our freedoms, given their lives for us, um, and and that's what Memorial Day is. Whatever else you end up doing on that day, and so yeah, and I will talk about. Well, I guess I just did. Um, anyway, yeah. So today is the continuation. I'm continuing the series that I started last week, talking through my favorites, my highlights from each of the Disney parks. I talked through Magic Kingdom last week and enjoyed that very much. I put out a poll this week, as I did the previous week, asking you all in the community post, community tab, I should say, um, which park I should continue the series with this week, tonight. And so I took this down a little before 7 o'clock this evening, and I had 36 votes, 36 respondents. If you're one of those, thank you very much. If you're not one of those, don't worry, I'll have another poll up. I'm trying to think about what to poll you guys, what to kind of reach out and ask you guys about this coming week. So there might not be a poll up until sometime tomorrow. But this poll, I asked which of the parks, which outside of Magic Kingdom. So the options were Epcot, Hollywood Studios, or Animal Kingdom. There was 36 votes, and Epcot took the lead with 58% of the vote. So we're talking about Epcot tonight. Hollywood Studios had 25% of the vote, and Animal Kingdom had 17%. Now I'm not going to repoll this week with the last two parks, but I am going to continue in the order that they were. So the next edition of this Disney According to Dean will be Hollywood Studios. The next one will be Animal Kingdom, and then there's going to be actually a part 5 where I'm going to cover like Disney outside the parks, Walt Disney World outside the parks, like Disney Springs, a bit about the resorts, the transportation, and just kind of talk about that. And so it's going to be a 5-part thing. And so hope you'll make plans to join me in the coming weeks as I continue the series. All right, guys. So here we go. Let's talk about Epcot. Um, Epcot is, even though I'm talking about it second on this series, and I don't have an Epcot background, so you just get the castle, the Disney castle background. So Epcot is my favorite park. And I've talked about this before, but it does edge out Animal Kingdom to be number one, purely for the fact that, well, Animal Kingdom is, I absolutely love Animal Kingdom, except for the fact that Animal Kingdom does not have turkey legs. And that is the reason why Epcot edges out right on top of Animal Kingdom if I had to rank them all. Um, you know, if I'm ranking them all. So Epcot is my favorite, and it would actually tie with Animal Kingdom if they had turkey legs. So, Tina McNeil, hello. Well, I'm glad you're happy with the castle because the castle's staying for, yeah. And hello to Chuck as well. Hello, Chuck, Tina, and Chuck. Disney Magic and Mayhem. Hello, Richard. Just got home from work. Well, I'm glad I started just in time, didn't I? Um, I'm glad. Hope you will take some time to relax. I'm going to talk about Epcot. Little bit. My favorite things about Epcot. Um, so, Epcot. Let me just talk about, I love Epcot because now I love going into the Magic Kingdom, okay? In all the parks. I like seeing all the icons, and I know that we'll talk about Hollywood Studios next week, but all the icons that you see going into each park, you can see the spaceship Earth. You can see a lot sooner than any of the icons. Unless you're counting Tower of Terror, you can see that outside of Hollywood Studios. But from the parking lot, looking into the park, you see Spaceship Earth first. And I am always amazed by seeing Spaceship Earth. Zippity Doo Dog, hello, welcome in, Doug. Hope you're having a great Friday night. Sorry, wait, Saturday night. Saturday night, Dean. Saturday night. Oh, it's yours too, Richard. Yeah, it's mine too. And I'm going to talk about it. So, Spaceship Earth. Now, the last time I rode Spaceship Earth, I got to be honest, I'm a big boy. Okay. I had trouble fitting into that car, the little time machine, time travel thing. So, I don't know that I'm going to be riding it anytime soon until I'm somehow not as big of a boy, which is a goal of mine. I'll talk about that on a later date. But anyway, it's a good ride, and it is the only um, Disney of the park icons that actually has a ride up inside of it. And again, that's you can kind of kind of get technical though and argue that if you're looking at Tower of Terror as being Hollywood Studios icon, you could argue that, that's a ride, that has a ride in it. Or you could say, the Chinese theater, that actually isn't a ride inside of it. It's the facade, it's the outside of, Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. Um, and then Animal Kingdom, you've got the tree has the show in the bottom, in the bottom of it. But anyway, back to Spaceship Earth. So Spaceship Earth is pretty classic at this point. It's that and Living with the Land are probably the most classic of all the attractions that exist in Epcot currently. All the other rides may have been there several years, but they just don't have all the classic. And I know that Spaceship Earth has been updated throughout the years, but it still has kind of a classic Epcot feel to it. Um, and it's honestly, in my opinion, I'll just mention it now. I do think that Spaceship Earth could use, an update at this point. So going into Epcot, and let me get my book out so I can talk through. So you go into Epcot, of course, and nowadays you go into the World Celebration, kind of going straight. You go into World Celebration. You have, as you're going into the park, you've got Connections, Cafe, of course, you've got a Starbucks, the cafe side, and then the eatery side, which they have the chicken sandwiches, pizza, it's like lunch and dinner. Lunch and dinner side. On the other side, I like eating in Connections. It of course is the kind of your first best stop for something to eat, even if you don't consider it, good food. It's got a fairly decent selection. They do have a decent amount of seats. The thing is, it still gets full. I have had visits where I'll pop into Connections and there's still like no seats around. And so it's because there's a lot of people at Epcot and there's not a ton of places in the front part of the park to eat. They do have some food booths during the festivals. And I'm not going to specifically talk about specific food booths during the series, but they do have food booths in the front part of Epcot during the festivals, which is nice. So we're approaching very quickly a couple of months, 2 or 3 months, where Epcot's not going to have a festival. So I was thinking about that the other day, how uh, when we get into the non-festival days, the restaurants at Epcot are going to probably be a little tougher to find reservations at. But anyway, you don't need a reservation for a turkey leg. I would just put that up, really clear. You don't need an app. You don't need to mobile order. You don't need a reservation to get a turkey leg. So let me just start right there. The turkey legs are found in the American Adventure at the Fife and Drum, which is right on the main walkway, what they call the promenade, um, going through the country. It's right there, the Fife and Drum. Um, they have the turkey legs, they have hot dogs, they have popcorn, they have slushies and ice cream floats and a couple other things. I think they sell a couple couple of beers options. Um, but that is, of course, that is my favorite place to eat. And since I've segued into that, I think I should continue to tell you where else I have eaten at Epcot, because I do eat other things than turkey legs. And I have said that before. And I don't want to break the internet with that revelation, but I do eat other things besides turkey legs. Turkey legs just happen to be my favorite thing. Um, so if I'm in America and for some reason I decide to not have a turkey leg, I don't know why I would. Anyway, um, the Regal Eagle, I have enjoyed meals there. I have eaten, where else have I eaten? I have eaten in China, both at the quick service, the Lotus Blossom um, Cafe, I think it's called, and inside the sit down in the Nine Dragons. Um, I love Chinese food. I'm a sucker for fried rice, shrimp fried rice. Just heat me up a plate full of that. They actually don't have shrimp fried rice at Nine Dragons, but you can get chicken fried rice at the Lotus place. Um, and I'm trying to think. I don't think I've had any other sit down restaurants in Epcot. As far as quick service, I have eaten in the Seasons. Oh, the Seasons, which is in the Land. I picked the item that I picked when I ate at the Seasons. I gotta tell you, was not great. They had like a pepperoni, like a pizza roll, like a giant hot pocket. Um, anyway, how can I say this nicely? At least I didn't starve to death that day. It was a whole grease fest, and I think it wasn't as fresh as it probably could be. Um, I ate it because I hadn't eaten anything that day yet, and it was lunchtime, and you don't want a hangry turkey legster walking around Epcot. And so, as a public service, just ate it so that I could be nourished um, and not get arrested for bad things that day. So I ate it. I don't recommend it. Would I go back and try something else? Probably. Probably. Um, probably. And then as far as other like quick service, I think that's all the quick service. Recent visits, I have tried out some of the festival things, over Flower and Garden, Festival of the Arts. I tried some food items, so I didn't do a lot of, other eating when I was there. Of course, we're getting into the time of year where I'm into my out by noon mode. So I'm going to go in first thing when I go. I'll do a live stream for an hour or so, and then or 1 or 2 hours, and then I'll stay another 1 or 2 hours, and then I'll leave by sometime during the 12 o'clock hour, um, no later than 1 o'clock. Just be heading out of the park because the heat, the humidity, crowds, and everything. So I'm in that mode right now. Um, but speaking of being there when you're hot, one place I enjoy going, which is towards the front of Epcot, and it's near Creations, is Club Cool. Club Cool is They've had a Club Cool there for years. Of course, when they redid the whole front part of Epcot, the old Club Cool, along with everything else, um, was tore out, and then they made a new Club Cool, which I like that they put a new Club Cool. The new Club Cool has a pretty much an almost totally different selection of sodas, with one exception, and that is the world famous Beverly. I'm going to go on record to say I don't drink the Beverly every single time. In fact, I've only had the Beverly probably 2 or 3 times in my life, and it's perfectly all right with me. When I go to Club Cool, I just like to get, if it's really crowded and I don't have a lot of time, as long as I get me a little sip of that cucumber Sprite from Russia, I'm happy. That's my favorite. I like a few of the other ones, but sometimes you go in there and it's just like a madhouse. So that's one difference between, the old Club Cool and the new Club Cool is I feel like the old Club Cool was a little more walk-inable, if that's a term, where you walk in, you can kind of walk in. If you remember the old Club Cool, they had all of the soda tasting places on like the pillars or this things in the middle, and you could kind of go around. Um, in the new one, in the new Club Cool, they're just all on a wall, and so it's everyone crowds on the walls, and I kind of think they should have had more, like another wall of the tasting stations. But anyway, it's always a fun stop into Club Cool, and as I mentioned, that's attached to Creations, which is the main gift shop there. I do walk through there. I'm not really a merch person, but I do keep my eye out for anything having turkey legs. Let me say hello, Ryan. Welcome in. I've been talking. I saw you pop in a minute ago, but welcome in. Great to have you in, Ryan. Hope you're having a great weekend. Talking about Epcot tonight. Now, I said I wasn't going to talk about the festival as far as the food booths, but and I've done on my live streams, I've done several of the scavenger hunts that they have in the parks, the scavenger hunts, and I have the last one here. It's still hanging out in here for a couple of months that I did, which is the one for Flower and Garden. It's Spike's Pollination Exploration 2026, and they gave you a sheet of stickers on the back, and then you went around to all of the countries, and you found the Spike the Bees, and you found the flowers or the vegetables or the herbs that was around, and then you matched up the stickers, and then you brought it back for a prize. And the prize this year was this little solar powered flower. I picked the one that has Spike the Bee on it because why not? Cherry Blossom Fairy, hello, welcome in. Welcome in. Hope you're having a great weekend. So that was the prize for the Spike the Bee hunt. Around the springtime, they did also have the Easter egg hunt. During the Art Festival of the Arts, they had the Figment brush with the masters, and I don't have that with me. But oh, thank you. I like this background very much. It's the castle. Um, And they had the Frozen, they had the Olaf's holiday tradition hunt back during the Festival of the Holidays. They had the Pluto. They had for like Halloween fall season, they had Pluto's Pumpkin Pursuit. I have a stream. I have streams of all the hunts, not the Easter egg hunt, Easter egg scavenger hunt, but all these other ones that I'm talking about. The Pluto's Pumpkin Pursuit, and then I did the Remy's Ratatouille Adventure, which was for the Food and Wine Festival. And so I that's all of the hunts, I think. Um, so I think I just missed the Easter one. Now the hunts are currently priced $11.99. Just little PSA, $11.99. If you are an annual pass holder, you can get a discount, which is 10%. So it's like $10 and some change. And it's a lot of fun. If you're not buying any other merch and you're not doing a ton of, like foods things, if you're there during a festival and you kind of want a fun activity, it's a really good buy. Even if you don't have um, a pass, if you want a fun activity, you can pick these up to get, do the stickers, get the prize. Um, Now you can go around and, find the things, but you may not be aware of like, all the countries and everything, where everything's going to be. But anyway, I recommend it. I recommend it. I think it's a good thing, especially if you're there with kids, both young and young at heart, like myself. And it doubled as great content for the channel because it was a stream that I could do. And so Epcot, the countries. All right. So the big discussion, this is next, the big discussion when it comes to the World Showcase in the Disney fandom base. And let me address it here, what I think. The big discussion is, do you go Mexico? Do you go to Canada? There's actually a third option. You can go to Canada, or you can go to Mexico, or you can go to Canada, or you can go on the friendship boat and go across. Right now, they're taking you right across to Germany. So the plus side to taking the ferry boat is that you don't have to walk too much to get to the back. So if you're a regular, you've been there a lot, you're not necessarily um, unfamiliar with Epcot, whereas you need to do the whole circle, to explore all the countries. Um, and you specifically need to get to the back of the showcase. I do recommend the friendship boat. Right now, it takes you back to Germany from the Canada, up near Canada. It kind of does a little loop around the lagoon for most of the day. I think it starts around 10:30 or 11, if I'm not mistaken, and it goes until 7:30. So it goes a good chunk of the day. So if you need to go to the front or to the back, and you're done with your steps, the friendship boat is an option to take. Oh, it's me, David T. Hello, welcome in. Hello from Great American Ballpark. We're enjoying your chicken legs. Oh, very nice. Wonderful. Thanks for popping in to say hi. Um, but as far as the Mexico Canada thing, if I'm going to tell you, if I'm going to answer the question for someone else, I'm going to tell you it does not matter. For me, personally, I'm going to say the exact same thing. It does not matter. I've gone either way, and I have nothing bad has happened to me yet. But there's there's pluses and minuses each way. Now, if you go to Mexico, you of course have Mexico and Norway have the two rides, the three caballeros. I'm trying to remember what that thing's called. Three caballeros. Da 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 da. The three caballeros. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Okay, I'm gonna find it. Grand Fiesta Tour. That's it. The Three Caballeros, starring Donald Duck, Panchito, and Jose Carioca. Um, Doug will appreciate this. I've got the Burn Bombs book here, and look who they've got right there. Donald! Just for you, Doug. Because I know you're watching. Doug. The Caballeros Donald. Right there. So, but yeah, back to the discussion. So you've got Mexico, you've got Norway with Frozen Ever After, that you might want to, get those first thing in the day, early in the day, before they get busier. And then the rest of the showcase, you do have the Remy's Ratatouille Adventure back in France. So that's one you might actually go the Canada route to get back to there first if you want to get there first. The Mexico ride, the Grand Fiesta Tour, you can actually skip that first thing in the day and get on with less of a wait later on in the day. It's my understanding that, just from watching like live streams, sometimes it's less later in the day, or maybe I have that backwards. I don't do the rides. I've talked about this because of my neuropathy. It's hard for me to get on, like in the boats, like Mexico and Norway. It's going to be in the boats. It's going to be hard for me to get in. So I go in the shows, like China has the Circle Vision film. Canada has the Circle Vision film. I would probably do okay with Remy because I have seen that, their vehicle stops. I just don't know if I'd be okay with the motion back and forth. It's something I would have to try. Steph's Joy in the Journey. Hello, Stephanie. Welcome in. And yeah, great to have you in. Yes, using those emojis. It comes up weird inside StreamYard, but it looks amazing in YouTube. So, welcome in. Hope you're having a great weekend, Stephanie. So yeah, as far as the attractions and the rides, I don't actually do the rides. That's another reason I like getting on the friendship boat at Epcot, just because it's a ride. It's not, it's something that I can get on and just kind of enjoy while I'm there. So then there's also the American Adventure Show in the back, which I do like that show a lot. Um, and back to the rides, do get on Figment Imagination. I do enjoy that ride. It is fun, so I can get on and off that because it comes to a stop, and so it's good. There's another show. Now the Seas with Nemo and Friends, and we're going back to the front. The Seas with Nemo and Friends, I wouldn't get on, but I do love to go into the aquarium and check out the aquarium. I do enjoy, it's been a couple years, but I do enjoy the Turtle Talk with Crush. It's a lot of fun. Interactive show. If you are in the seas and you want to do something fun, Turtle Talk with Crush is a fun one. Um, the Land also has the Awesome Planet film. I've done that a few times. It's good. If you're in the land, you need AC. I'm personally not that thrilled with it. I think it's a decent message. It doesn't. It's not doesn't really shoot to the top of my list as far as like what I'm gonna do when I'm there personally. Um, but that's just me. The other attraction that I should point out is in the Imagination Pavilion, attached to where the Figment ride is. You have right now it's the Pixar Short Film Festival, and it's a 3D experience, 3D thing. You go in, you get the glasses, and there's three short films, and they're really fun and cute. And I recommend you go in there. If you're there during the summer, you need air conditioning. That's an option for you. That is an option over there. You come out of the Figment ride, you go right into that wall of heat and humidity. Just go right next door. You can stay in the AC, see these fun films. The three films, I think all three of the films are available on Disney Plus. I think at least two of them are. Um, but they're really cute. And one is called Piper. It's about a little bird on the beach. That's really cute. And then there's another one is it's about a little dog that the owner gets with someone that basically gets with a like a vegan or vegetarian, and he's got to fight through the. I remember I haven't seen it in a long time, but it's he's with a guy, a single guy, and he's getting all these great things to eat, and then he meets someone who doesn't eat meat. And then so the dog's starting, he gets the little parsley garnish on his kibble bowl. Um, and and so it's just kind of a sad part of the film. And then and I'm forgetting what that's called. It's a cute film. If you watch it, it's a cute film, but there's a happy ending. They end up the people end up getting married, and the dog ends up, I think the dog ends up being able to have, good food. Um, and then the other one is like a Mickey and Minnie fun short. Anyway, it's a fun collection. I recommend that when you're in Epcot and you need something somewhere cool. You need the stuff. Air conditioning. I should know what it's called. I Anyway, of course they have the brand new the Moana Journey of Water. I know when it was getting built, and even to this day, people are probably still hold to the notion that it doesn't fit in Epcot. I'm kind of neutral on that after going in there and kind of seeing kind of the message of it with the cycle of water and everything. I think the message for a Journey of Water fits in Epcot. Um, but I don't know that I still am not on. I'm still like neutral on whether Moana was the right, thing to do. But they do have a Moana meet and greet in that area, so that's good for the kids. Um, and it is a fun. It's a fun attraction. It's interactive. It's water. And so it's fun. It is fun. And it's an enjoyable thing to do. But so anyway, I mean, I still go through there. I'll take the stream through there. Um, when I stream at Epcot. But it's yeah. Um, Trying to think what else. So you all know the left side as you're going into Epcot. The left side, you've got Guardians, you've got Mission Space, and you've got Test Track. I do not do fast rides. It's one of my no rides. So that whole side of the front there, I just don't even think to do. I only went over there the last few months so I could see the topiaries. Other than that, I don't bother going over there really. I really have no use for that side. I will say, if you go in the exit to Test Track, after they redid it, they've got they've now got a really cool like gallery of like really uh, new fancy cars, which they're kind of neat to go look at. So it's another air conditioning choice. If you don't do fast rides, or you just need some air conditioning, you can go in there. Um, there's a gift shop, of course, because at Disney you've got to exit the gift shop, through the gift shop, um, and then you go into all the cars and everything. And it's really neat. They're actually really neat to look at. So I actually do enjoy. I have enjoyed looking. I've looked at them a total of like maybe 2 times, but yeah, really fun. And I think I tried to take a stream in there. I think the stream dies, so I think there's no signal in there. So you probably aren't seeing that on any streams. Unless someone's vlogging it, you're probably not seeing that on video. But if you're at Epcot, I recommend peeking at that. It's really neat. Um, what else? Of course, the one unique thing about Epcot is the back entrance, the International Gateway, where you can take the boat or the Skyliner over to Hollywood Studios. And of course, you have the whole section there, the boardwalk and the Yacht and Beach Club, the Swan and Dolphin, that's all there. If you walk or take the boat, if you jump on the Skyliner, you go through the Riviera, you go over to the Caribbean Beach resort, and of course that's the Skyliner hub, and so you can continue over to the Pop Century and Animation is another line. Or you can go over to Hollywood Studios. That's the other line. So there's 3 lines that go into that Skyliner hub. Um, but I have enjoyed exiting Epcot even on streams. Um, I've enjoyed exiting Epcot, going over to those resorts, the boardwalk area, the Yacht and Beach Club, and I'll talk about those in a few weeks when I get to the resort episode. But back to Epcot, I'm reminded of the other quick service place that I enjoy eating at is the Yorkshire, the place in the UK where they do fish and chips. I have enjoyed um, eating that from time to time. The fish and chips, very good. And I probably talked about this, but I'm just giving you fair warning if you don't already know. Do not take your food to the back of the UK pavilion. If there's no seating in the seating area there, um, whatever you do not take your fish and chips or any food to the very back of the UK pavilion, to the benches that are right there next to the trees and the shrubs. Um, because I took my dinner there one day and I got attacked by squirrels. The squirrels came out of the trees and the bushes. There was probably 5 or 6 of them, and they were not shy. They were attacking me, jumping in my lap, on my head, in my bag, getting my food, trying to take my fries and stuff, and it was bad. Um, and I had to, I had to do like Dory and escape to another bench, which worked out a lot better. It wasn't in the shade, but there were no squirrels over there, and I got to eat my dinner. Yeah, the birds. If you are outside in the American Adventure, the little white birds, the ibis. Yeah, they have swarmed me and hovered and tried to get my turkey leg, and they're kind of freaky too. They just kind of look at you, and I'm like, I gotta look at them back and say, no, honey, I'm not giving you turkey leg. This is cannibalism for you. This is dinner for me, but it's cannibalism for you. So you don't have any. You don't have any. Sorry. Um, but anyway, the World Showcase as a whole, I love that you can sample, get a feel for all of the cultures and the countries and the nationalities. Um, you know, in just that space. And it's just a very relaxing walk. The World Showcase Lagoon. Um, you know, it's just a great place to hang out. Chris, the Curtis family, hello. Welcome in. Hope you are doing wonderful tonight, sir, and your family. Having a great weekend. Um, but yeah. And so anyway, yeah. So that's all I can really think of to talk about as it comes to Epcot. I'm sure when I end the stream, I'm going to think of something else. Um, so do you guys have any Epcot questions for me here as we wind down the stream? While I'm waiting for any questions, let me tell you about upcoming events. Coming up Monday morning, of course, Rooster Mode Activated is happening at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for Memorial Day, and that will be at 8. Um, will have a premiere at 8:50, and I will talk more about that on Monday morning. And Memorial Day video that I have made at 8:50 that morning, as well as along with the live stream. Curtis family says, just got here, but you should start in Mexico and go in that direction, or should you start in Canada and go that direction? So I kind of touched on it, Curtis. It's really, I go either way, and there's no right or wrong. There's really no right or wrong. You've got Mexico and Norway with the rides. On that way, if you go to Canada, you might be trying to get back to France. Um, or as I pointed out, you can take the friendship boat and go right towards the back if you're trying to specifically get to the back. for something. Steph says, I miss the caramel popcorn from the Germany pavilion. You know, I've not had that. I've really not had that. Jonathan Chong, welcome in. Sorry, stuck in the rain, but home now. I'm jealous. Not for getting stuck in the rain, but Florida needs to rain. It needs to rain here in Florida, like really bad. Um, Jonathan asked, do you prefer old Epcot days or 2000s Epcot or now? So, um, I kind of touched on it a little earlier. I know that I prefer the older Club Cool, um, just because of how it was set up. The um, the World Showcase in general, I like it now. I do miss. I remember riding Maelstrom in Norway. I do kind of wish they had that um, still. Um, I have to say there are things about the current Epcot that I like, and um, I think there are things about the Epcot of like 20 years ago that I like more. The one thing about original Epcot is the original Figment ride. I'm not that thrilled with the current Figment ride. I do ride it because it's one thing I can get on. It's cute. I don't hate it, but I only have vague memories of the original Figment ride with Dreamfinder and all that. But I missed the Rainbow Tunnel. I remember the Rainbow Tunnel. Um, I wish they kept that. It would have been like so not hard to do that. Um, so as far as that, yeah, I do miss that. Um, so I'd say there's a mixture. It depends on what you're talking about. There's just kind of a blend of everything, um, of the old and the new and everything. So I hope that kind of answered a question. Steph says, Dean, you've got to try the popcorn. It was rain and stormy, not fun. Paul says they're having rain. Oh, I can have your rain. Great. We're supposed to get some rain. There's supposed to be some kind of a tropical, what did they call it? They come up with all this fancy weather talk. They call it tropical moisture plume. I don't know. And then this year's supposed to be something they call El Nino. I have no idea what that means, but it's supposed to mean it's something with the weather. Um, Chris asks, are there any rides in other parks that you should believe should be in Epcot or vice versa? Are there certain rides in Epcot you said have been? Oh, that would actually be a good topic for another stream. But generally, I don't know. I think Guardians could be in a different park. Not necessarily a park that is currently in existence. Um, I think Disney would do well to seriously look at a fifth gate. I don't know how feasible or possible that is. I don't know what kind of theme or name they could do it to a separate park that would work, that would be unique enough to their current parks, that would justify or that would fit these other rides that really should be in a different park. Um, but I do think there are some rides that don't quite fit where they are. Um, but the IP does is deserving of there being a ride to represent it somewhere. Um, so that's kind of my thoughts on that. It's not getting too detailed. Um, Jennifer Caruso, hello, welcome in. Jennifer is flying out to Disneyland Paris. Jennifer will be streaming at Disneyland Paris coming up here in the next week. Um, so if you don't already follow Jennifer for that. Sounds so stinking fun, Jennifer. Thanks for popping in. Also, congratulations to Jennifer. Recently hit 20K subscribers on her YouTube channel. And yeah, tropical depression, low. Oh, Jennifer's in. Wow, Jennifer's joining me from the air. Yeah, it's bad weather, El Nino. El Nino, as I understood it, it's like higher, like this tropical area. There's more like wind shear, so it's actually supposed to be less like tropical activity. That's what the weatherman said. Um, and it was on the internet, so it's probably right. But and then like fall and winter is supposed to be worse. I am not a meteorologist. I just, when it rains, have an umbrella. If there's lightning, stay inside. Um, Jonathan wants a French kiss. Oh, okay. She's talking to Jennifer. Okay. Never mind. Anyway, yeah, I'm not a meteorologist. I just know, I'm harping on this for a long time. Um, I know Florida, among some other areas in the country, are in a drought. Um, and Florida is behind the weather, like 40, and it needs like 40 inches or something, um, in order to, catch up to get out of the thing. So whatever tropical doohickey we're getting, I hope it brings us a lot of rain. Um, yeah, I'm not a meteorologist. I just play one on TV. Uh, Waterproof Skechers. Yeah, waterproof anything. Or I just I I like to be home when it's raining. And I do like it to be more on like the steady side of a rain, not like the wild, severe thunderstorms. Although there is a part of me that finds it quite exhilarating to watch those classic Florida thunderstorms where you've seen the memes, right? Or the posts where you're looking ahead and it's like sunshine and then the rearview mirror is like darkness or vice versa. And but when you're looking and it's all black. It's 3 o'clock in the afternoon, which is the classic, the stereotypical Florida joke. 3 o'clock in the afternoon, um, and it just looks black, darkness. All what is about to break loose. Um, and that way, the sun is shining, there's blue in the sky, the boys are singing, and over there, get to the shelter. Um, so, um, but yeah. And actually, I was at Epcot. Since I'm on the Epcot subject, I was at Epcot one time, and I think I have pictures. I may even have a short on the channel. Um, I was at Epcot. I was at the front, near Canada, looking back towards the back, like Morocco direction, and there was a storm coming, like from the resort area outside, coming across the World Showcase Lagoon, and I was watching it, and it was coming fast, and I was watching it and just all, in awe of it. And then I'm like, wait, that's a storm coming. That's a Florida thunderstorm. I should probably not be here because there's going to be lightning and thunder. I don't mind the thunder so much. It's just noise. And the rain, I don't mind the rain so much because you just, you'll dry later. But the lightning is like electricity, bolts coming out of the sky. And that's not fun. That's actually dangerous. So I went wherever went to find shelter, and I did get caught in the rain. I think I ended up in like Creations or something. By the time I could get there. Um, Jennifer says, Dean, streaming in the rain can be fun. Yeah, I'll bet. Um, Jonathan said, put it this way, my North Face Gore-Tex. Ooh, that's fun. Gore-Tex. Red jacket was so wet I was drying in the bathroom. Now it absorbs some water in places. Ooh. Yeah, the lightning is no joke, but rain, yeah. If it's, I don't know about streaming. I've never streamed, like in the rain. I've never actually had that situation. I've actually canceled a stream or two when, it's just kind of raining. I don't want to, because if something does happen to my equipment, um, not exactly are, made of money to go, um, replace it. So got to be careful like that. Got to be careful with that. Um, but anyway, speaking of streaming at the park, guys, I don't know when it's gonna happen again. The van, I found a van a few weeks ago, as I've updated you guys. Um, and it is a used car. I knew it was used, not perfect, but a lot better than what I had. Um, well, this week the check engine light came on, um, and I had it scanned at AutoZone. I hooked up the thing, and I think I need spark plug, and there's another part that I need. So I need to get that fixed on my van. I'll probably take it in to a place on Tuesday. And whenever that gets fixed, hopefully Thursday or Friday, I will be going to um, it's supposed to be Animal Kingdom, but I might go to Hollywood Studios instead, because I'm looking forward. I want to look at the new animation courtyard. So just stay tuned. Once I have everything set up, you know, um, you know, I'll do that. I will, schedule that. Other than that, I love the van. It's great. I enjoy it. Yeah, with my new, it's used. It is used. It's a 2016. Um, but you know, so I mean, it's fine. I mean, I just kind of expected to have it be go like 2 or 3 months before something happened with it. This was a little soon. I haven't even had it a month, so I mean, whatever. Um, yeah, I don't know, Don. I'm taking it to a shop. I'm taking it to a mechanic because I need an oil change as well. So I think they're gonna have them look at whatever's doing with the engine light. I'll have them do maybe an oil change as well. Since while it's in there, they can just take care of everything, make it nice and pretty, so I can drive down to get me to Disney. Um, yeah. So yeah, I don't. Yeah. Friday is the last day with your second graders. Wow. The end is near. Never fear. Um. So you all know. I see some in the chat. Um. I have memberships on the channel now. And as I said at the beginning, of course, I appreciate, but I do not expect people to join the memberships. Greatly appreciate it. Coming onto the Gobble Crew, I have turned on the super chats, the super stickers. I think I turned on. I think the one thing I did not turn on was the super thanks because I have no idea how that's much different than the other super things. But anyway, I have all that to say is that I did something. Once I turning on memberships and all that, I decided to do something that I can send out to people. And I could have done this ages ago, but I ordered postcards, a whole stack of postcards right here with my logo. It's kind of a brighter version of the one that I use on the like in chats and on my social media. That's the what I have on there. And so this is kind of a brighter, more neonish uh version of that. So these just came today. So I will be starting to send out postcards to people, starting with my members. And I have a whole stack, so I will continue on, you know, um, yes. Um, Jordan, Epcot Forever, welcome in. Or Jordan, I've been talking about your park, Epcot, the whole time. I saw Jordan a couple weeks ago, actually. Oh, Stephanie, my first super chat for the channel, and I think you're actually, I think you're the first super chat for the channel. Um, I just turned these on like yesterday. But thank you so much. Oh my goodness. Now I don't want you all jumping on the bandwagon here and making me Jordan. Oh my gracious. Jonathan became a member. Well, thank you, Jonathan. Thank you, Jordan. 199. Oh, you guys. Thank you all. You are just way too nice. Yeah, welcome to the Gobble Crew. Um, if you are a member, and I think I have several people's address. But if you're a member and you have not sent me your address, if I have not asked you for it, I would like it. If you have me on social media, or you can send me an email here, the turkeylegster@gmail.com. My members will be the first ones to receive my little, just a little happy, just a little quick little thank you note on my new postcards. Again, that's turkeylegster@gmail.com. You may be lucky enough to have my number. Some of you, I think I do have your addresses. And then Karen, I saw Karen Sanders. Welcome in, Karen. Happy Saturday. Jalen, welcome in. Jennifer, super chat day. Oh my gracious. Thank you, Jennifer. My goodness. Oh, way too stinking nice. So, yeah. I'm gonna look. I'm gonna look and see which of my members I do not have an address for, and if I can, I will reach out for them. But if you're hearing this and you're a member, and you don't think I have your address, reach out to me and ask, or just send it anyway, and I'll double check my list and get a postcard out to you um, in shortly. Next Saturday, the Turkey Legster Zone is coming back, of course, but we're taking a break from Disney according to Dean. And it's going to be a different subject. Then in 2 weeks, we'll continue with the series. And we'll talk about one of the parks. The next park will be Hollywood Studios that talk about. And then Animal Kingdom will be the last one that I talk about. Then I'll do Disney Springs and the resorts, and that'll be the final edition for Disney according to Dean. And then that's probably going to bring us to um, that might take us to the end of June. But I am going to have, really looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to a halfway to Christmas chat. So I'm looking forward to that in June already. Halfway to Christmas. Um, that's going to be June 20th, by the way, if you want to like bookmark that. And if you're a Christmas fanatic and you want to come on that stream, reach out to me and let me know you want to come on, and we'll get you on there. That's June the 20th. All things Christmas. Looking forward to it. Just looking forward to it. So with that, guys, that is the stream. Hope you enjoyed this little chat. Just kind of covering the basics of Epcot, my favorite things at Epcot, what I enjoy at Epcot. Really, really fun. Thank you to everyone who for watching, chatting, subscribing to the channel. Thank you to my Gobble Squad, my moderators. Um, Thank you to all my members, my brand new ones, my ones that have been here for a couple of weeks. It's Thank you so much. Thank you to the super chats. My goodness, way too stinking nice. So you all have a wonderful weekend. Again, Monday morning, Rooster Mode Activated, 8 a.m. Talking Memorial Day. We'll look at some Disney news as usual, see what's going on in the world of Walt Disney World. And Trying to think. Trying to think what else. There was something else I was going to talk about. Hold on, don't go anywhere. There was something else I wanted to talk about. Hi, I'm Dory. Anyway, have a great weekend, guys. Take a moment again to remember our heroes of America that fought for our freedoms, for our country, to give us everything we have here in America. And thanks for watching. Take care. Have a gobble-tastic night. You guys want to go out with a dance party?
Tab open, look who's back again. It's you and me here, like hanging with a friend. Scroll stops, heartbeat, you already know the vibe. Kicking in the comments, yeah, I feel that tribe.